fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away in the yellow correct you. Use the youth, the money, waste for most of man to statue. Say me like a catch you, but me got enough, they got you. Take this skin of money, God, and say that it's not you. One day, the man above him, up him, I got up. Too much eating at the kitchen, some fly by like a patu. When singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% free.
It burn me.
Garbage pile up the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption please.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to crime. You can't fool me again.
For me say dig up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The already promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, the rap and they down in our river. Member bowl only and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and the pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start that thief when them sell.
It burn me.
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the soul man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
Or them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scandal, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again.
Stibby-dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we love like. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Good morning to the Globalist family. I am out here on a Sunday. Unusual, is it not? But duty calls because whole heap a ruckus a gone all over the place. But let me make it clear. Let me state this clearly. I've been in Britain for 25 years. And I have been fighting racism in Britain for 25 years. Under no circumstances, my passion when it comes to injustice would allow me to stand aside and allow racism in modern day Jamaica to flourish. Good morning and welcome to the Global Television family. Like and share the live, please, because this morning it's going to be judgment. Honor. Like and share the live. Send go call the iron donkey. Send go call who is the daddy. Send go call all the old master picnic them and all the old master generation. We're going to talk race, politics, ethnicity, enslavement, dunceness, and everything I'm going to mix up this morning. We're going to talk a political stew this morning. Bright and out order. Good morning to my community of party and all my family members. Good morning to all my moderators, platform membership holders, viewers, and subscribers. Good morning and welcome to the Global Television family. Then go call all of the labor right then. We need to educate dunce people. It is our job. Who is the daddy? Both nose look different. Two are the same mama, two are the same papa. But we jump out with two different nose. Good morning, Dr. Bromwell. Good morning, Debbie Jarvis. Good morning, Natalia Freeman, good morning. Good morning. Hero Botham, good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Patricia Matthews. Sunshine, Yvonne Johnson, Miguel King, Izzy Holder, Rosemary Samuels, Nifty Friend, Colleen Jones, Violet Watson, Keith Salmon, Christine Gilbert, Lilith Foster, Millicent Jones, Samora Tyrell, Tash Dunnett, Georgia Dennis, Precious Allen, Shauna Smith, Nigel Rochester. Good morning, all. Good morning and welcome. Racism. Racism in our parliament. Who should start on first, Lord Jesus? And let me say to Mark Golden, you are under no duty to give clarity to the furore of nonsense and argument that is going on in public. Mark Golden is, if Mark Golden is a British citizen, Mark Golden is also, with his Jamaican citizen, Commonwealth citizen, and both sides, which the Jamaican Constitution does not prevent a Commonwealth citizen with dual citizenship from sitting in the Jamaican Parliament nor or becoming the leader of the country. So we're clear upon that. We're not talking about an American citizenship here, which would have barred him. For argument's sake, let's say Mark Golden was born in Britain. Let's say Mark Golden had British citizenship or whatever nationality. The argument that they are running with does not stand up because Mark Golden, with both nationality, is a Commonwealth citizen and thereby is not prohibited under the Jamaican Constitution from sitting in our parliament in Jamaica. So we clear upon this. So put the British passport, the British nationality, the British birth aside. The issue here is color. Color is the issue here. The issue has nothing to do with nationality, when born or whatever. But let's ask the Prime Minister a few questions. Good morning, Prime Minister Holness. Good morning, Dr. Bromwell. Your brother is on screen with you. Mystic, Mighty Mystic, or Mystic Thingy, or whatever your name. Both of you are the same mother and the same father. The nose, Prime Minister. The eyes, Prime Minister. The mouth, Prime Minister. Startlingly different, is it not? The eye, the mouth, the nose, all startling different, Prime Minister. Who is the daddy is the question we're asking this morning. Joanne, we don't want to know what passport. We want to know who is the daddy. Claudette Robinson. By any chance, Prime Minister, did your mom work in St. Elizabeth? And if your mom worked in St. Elizabeth, Prime Minister, would the name Hotline, no, would the area Brompton, the community of Brompton, ring a bell to you? Have you ever heard of that, Prime Minister? Prospective Park, good morning. Would the name Hotline Prime Minister ring a bell to you? Have you ever heard your mother talking about working at hotlines before? And for those of you who doesn't know Brompton or Hotline, Hotline is St. Elizabeth's most famous go-go club, ancient and famous. Is there any truth to the argument, Prime Minister, that it is that while your mother was dancing go-go at Hotline in St. Elizabeth, that was where your mother, Vernon Mitchell, met Inspector Bromwell? Is there any truth to the argument? We want to know, Prime Minister, who is the daddy? You want to know who and where they on the passport? We want to know who is the daddy. We want to know if your mother was a go-go dancer, Prime Minister. And if there's any truth to the argument, Prime Minister, that your mother was a go-go dancer, and if you're the Prime Minister for our country, then if the son, Prime Minister, of a go-go dancer can become Prime Minister, then by all means, the son of a doctor, Prime Minister, one that founded the Mona Rehabilitation Center in Jamaica, the only Prime Minister, would be qualified to become Prime Minister for our country, would it not? Color. Color. How color get here, sir? Because it's not about nationality or place of birth. The issue here is color. Okay. You hear they're running with this argument. They're running with the argument that because Andrew Holness, because Mark Golding is British and was born in Britain, Mark Golding wants to keep Jamaica from becoming a republic. Mark Golding still wants us to be a part of the crown. Mark Golding wants us to still remain in colonization, is the narrative Marcia Esther they're pushing. Because they're telling us that Mark Golding have let me educate this dunce, iron donkey, Cuthbert Finn. Finn, F-L-Y-N, descendant of the O'Finn, son of the O'Finn. Go and research your husband's last name. Your husband's Irish descendant, because your husband don't completely African, my dear. Let us go and look into your husband, Irish descendant, Cuthbert Finn, O'Finn, descendant of the Finn, son of the Finn, Irish, dear, Irish. Kevin Simmons, Norman Ferguson, Irish. With a UK passport, you can travel free in and out of the United Kingdom. And this passport can also be used to prove your right of residency in the UK, the right to vote in election. The British passport doesn't give you the right to vote. Anyone away will have British residency, and we are registered with the Electoral College. We're registered on the voters register, then we can vote. Voting doesn't have anything, my dear, in Britain to do with a British passport. And so you go. So we're not sport on a narrative. And the first part of your sentence, with a UK passport, you can travel freely in and out. Let's deal with the in. Donkey, iron donkey, You do not need any form of travel document to travel within the United Kingdom. You don't. Understood? We don't need document when we travel within the United Kingdom. We can't take train to Scotland. We can't take train to Wales. We can't drive, go there. We can't go another island. We don't support us. We don't need British passport to travel within the UK. And not only British passport allow you to travel in and out of the UK freely. Any passport with an indefinite allow you to travel in and out of the UK freely. Although the British passport alone give that entitlement. If your parents chop cane and if you born ya, your husband descendant don't born ya. Your husband, Juliet Cockburn Finn, is a descendant of the Irish. Look on his nose. Go and research his name. Son of the Finns. Descendant of the Finns. The O'Finns. Irish. But these are the people who is using Mark Golding color to say to you that Mark Golding cannot be leader for our country because of his color. You remember thiefing Siaga with thief of IMF money? You remember thiefing Siaga with flood Western Kingston with gun and drugs? You remember thiefing White Siaga? What thiefing White Siaga Berry? What thiefing White Siaga Ban? This, the Labour Party, is talking about Mark Golding's color. This has nothing to do with where Mark Golding was born or whatever nationality Mark Golding has. Rosie D. Everything here, Andrea, is about color. Mr. Diala Walla in a ground because the gleaner have Mark Golding a drug parlor. At this point, anybody with grab on Pampala can drag her and drop her over Riverton. What's the problem? Isn't parlor rubbish? Huh? Isn't parlor rubbish and you carry rubbish that dump, go throw them somewhere? Your jar rubbish bin along behind you, go throw it somewhere. So it go. No, they don't remember something they do, and them do remember them something. Where was Siaga born? Where Siaga buried? How black was Siaga? How black was Siaga? But look here. You know, this whole fleet is a bunch of embarrassing duds. Okay? They might talk about color. Make we go upon the color rant and the color politics. You have a white wife and husband will control one whole parish for themselves. Thief, criminal, drugs dealer, and Vaz she there with Councillor Shani Green. Darrell Vaz him have him playing side woman when him carry go hotel every weekend. Yeah. And them are go runner up when Andrew stepped down. Ask them where Darrell Vaz family come from, Joe, and ask them where the Vaz's family come from. Because I know say the dull wife is a descendant of the white people them in a South St. Elizabeth. But hold on, Mark Golding one in a Jamaica white. Mark Golding is the only Sixer, how are you? Mark Golding is the only. Siaga was a Ku Klux Klan. Siaga took a deal from the what do people them name? The CIA to destroy social democracy in Jamaica. That white siaga. Hey, whiteness. Whiteness in Jamaican parliament. Jamaican black politicians, whether we're descendants of the same white people and the same Irish Errol Brown. Because one of our lead the charge, Juliet Cockburn, Finn, your husband last name there, Finn, descendant of the Finns, son of the O'Finns. Huh? O'Finn. And when we talk about colorism, racism, let's look at this father and this son. Who are they? They may not come from Africa. Them young. And the descendant of Cain chop, you know. Them young never chop Cain like Cockburn Finn mama, did they? Did these lot chop Cain like Cockburn Finn grandma? Raymond, how are you? Like and share the live, you know. Did these people chop Cain? Remember, it's Mark Golden color they are attacking. A Mark Golden color they are attacking. Where are the smoothers from? Them are no descendant of Africa. Them are no descendant of Cain chopping. They're not. They're member of the Jamaica Labour Party, though, are they not? Colorism. Mark Golden white. That's why Mark Golden don't want to go Republic and Mark Golden. Well, is it not the same Andrew Holness? Want to keep 1 foot in, 1 foot out? Is it not the same Andrew Holness and his team say, make we come out and have our own presidency, but we still want to use the white man justice? The same English white man. Hey, the same English white man, Monica Wells. We're not good enough to become prime minister for our country. But you want to go to that same Englishman country for justice. Irony at its best. Dunceness at its worst. How dare they? K. Watson. Them ya no cane chopper. Them ya no can picker. Them ya no can planter. No, they're not. But they're member of the Jamaica Labour Party. Hey, Koshata! The murderer and his son. The murderer, the president of the Senate. The son who wants to take over the seat of Daddy Samuda. Them ya and a cane chopper. Them ya and a cotton picker. But them ya a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. Mark Golden, white. Look on the milk in front of you. And look on Mark Golden compared to all of these milk. May I show you? Out of them are Mark Golden, who whiter. Racism in Jamaican parliament. Racism in Jamaican parliament. Not by white people this time. No. By black people. Juliet Cockburn Finn is leading the charge. We're going to come round to the lobster this morning because habitat is important. And to understand a lobster and the direction of a lobster, you must also understand the habitat, the different habitat, Lewis Bedford, of a lobster. Hey, Kushumun. All when they eye open, they nasty. Them ya are no cotton picker. Them ya are no cane chopper. Them ya our Tantavaris them did come, they can turn up at the gate. Indentured workers, they call them. Indentured worker, they call them. They may never cotton picker. But what we are sure of is that they are member Elaine Turner. P7, how you do? First time seeing you, welcome. Them ya a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. The party that is denouncing Mark Golden based on his whiteness. This, I will repeat, has nothing to do with Mark Golden's nationality, has nothing to do with Mark Golden's passport or his birth certificate. It's purely a colorism thing because they want to make it out to you, the public, that because Mark Golden was born in Britain, having British passport, and is a British national, then Mark Golden don't want Jamaica to become a republic. Mark Golden wants Jamaica to remain as a colony of his birth country. Them ya are not cotton picker, but we are sure they're member of the Jamaica Labour Party. This ya need a Chuck and Chong, Heng Chong Shrine Chi. Chuck and Chong are not cotton picking names. They're gatekeeping names. If you understand your African history, your history before slavery, your history during slavery, and your history after slavery. But true somehow no ungo know this Sunday morning we're in a Bible lady, so I must have preach and I call it offering, you know, but never mind them lot over there. So you see all of what I have gone through and show you. This party is leading the charge to say Mark Golden is not qualified to lead our country based on his color. Who is Andrew Holness' father? Was Andrew Holness' mother an exotic dancer? Is it true, Andrew Holness? Is there any truth to the argument, Freedom? That how your mother, Miss Sonia Harvey, I believe her name is, met Mr. Bromwell was when she was dancing as a go-go dancer at the famous and ancient go-go hotline club in Brompton, St. Elizabeth. Is there any truth, Prime Minister Holness, to that argument that your mother was a go-go dancer and that's how she met Inspector Bromwell in Black River? Who is your daddy? Because you and Mikey Mystic, the two are the same mother and same father. But on an eye startlingly different, on a nose Millie McBean startlingly different, on a nose startlingly different, Andrew Holness. You don't have to answer to them, Mark Golden. What is the problem is with the good governance issue? Mark Golden's mother was born in Kingston in Mark Golden was born in Kingston in 1965. He was the youngest of two children, Patricia Nee Levy, to Sir Golden. Mark Golden doesn't have to answer you all questions. Even if Mark Golden was born in Britain, his British citizenship wouldn't have prevented him because under our constitution, a dual Commonwealth citizen can participate holistically in our politics. So that the argument wash out aside, it's the colorism argument lacks legend. And the color argument they are pushing. They are pushing it on the Jamaica people that because Mark Golden white, Mark Golden want to keep on in a slavery and colonization. It's the good governance. It is their problem. They cannot get around Marcia Thomas, Mark Golden, when it comes to the issue of good governance. They're really pinned to the wall here. And the only way to get out of it is to become violent and nasty, as we always know Labour right do. It's a trend for them when they're pinned to the wall. Remember, wasn't it Andrew Holness would tell Cliff Hughes, who paid for the election results, say, shut that mother, what's it a rather off and go your bed? Who asked you to talk about results around here? Nobody did give you authorization. Did Cliff Hughes not have to shut off and go to bed? Them ya, same vagabond ya. Iron donkey. Call the iron donkey and tell the iron donkey, say, go and research her husband's family connection. Because Finn or Flynn or whatever you want to call it, is an Irish name. The O'Finns, son of the Finns, descendant of the Finn. Look pan way, come out here and talk about fear for Mark Golden family never chop cane like fear. Your family never institute the only rehabilitation center in Jamaica like Mark Golden's father did. Did they? Why Uno don't see what Tom Tavares' 4 parents did to Uno? Why Uno don't see what Matthew Samoda and Siaga 4 parents, even with Siaga the two, the pact that Siaga signed with the CIA to destruct Jamaica because them don't want Jamaica to rise. The Siaga, which was a member of the Ku Klux Klan and many racial and imperialist groups across America. That same Siaga, which was your prime minister, your white criminal aligned Ralston Mills prime minister. And Uno come talk about Mark Golden passport, Mark Golden birth heritage, Lilith Lockerbie. Mark Golden, if disaster struck a Britain, a Jamaica, Britain can send to Mark Golden the Boston Freemason. Thank you, sir. Whole heap of imperialist group that is Diane Abbott, first black female MP in Britain. You almost remember the Diane Abbott saga. We dealt with it here the other day. The racist Frank Hester. Chris Tufton is a descendant of the white people in a South St. Elizabeth as well. Oh, Kamina Johnson Smith. How could I forget such a bold-neck garlic? There's so much white people in the Jamaica Labour Party. Clyde Green is a descendant also of the white descendant of South St. Elizabeth. These hypocrite Mavis Forbes. These hypocrites are charging colorism. All because they cannot stand up to political scrutiny. All because they are out of policy. All because they cannot tell any more lies to the Jamaican people. Then Labour do what they do best. Violence and chaos. Violence and chaos is what the Jamaica Labour Party do best. Look how much white and Uno did it. Look how much white people in the Jamaica Labour Party. The same party, Rena, how you do? The same party that is charging racism against Mark Golden. Yes. That same party. That same party is charging, Ups official, how you do, bro? Is charging racism against Andrew Holness. Look at all the faces on the screen, except for Andrew Holness and him half brother. Because Andrew Holness said the two of them are the same father. The two of them nose different. The two of them eye different. The two of them mouth different. But them are the same mother and father. Everybody else on the screen are not descendant of Africa. But one thing we're certain of, they're member of the Jamaica Labour Party. This same Jamaica Labour Party that is charging racism at Mark Golden. How ironic, how disturbing. Will the people of Jamaica allow this type of shrink to barbarity Power Island? Uno go allow this type of 1980 and worse behavior to be reintroduced to the island by the Jamaica Labour Party? Are you serious? Uno don't remember what Siaga introduced to our country in 1976 leading up to 1980. Uno don't remember? And the same thing they might reintroduce again. Racism. Racism is what the Jamaica Labour Party is introducing in Jamaica. Sharon Robinson, like they did from 1974 about to 1980 in order to crush social democracy in Jamaica and the Cuban alliance. Go and go look on our history. The same Jamaica Labour Party in 2024 is pushing racism right in Jamaica. A barrage of it. But I want to say to the Samoa lobster, Jasmine Davis, the Samoa lobster. And for those of you who don't know the Samoa lobster, we're talking about Vegas, so we're not afraid to call nobody name. To understand a lobster, you have to understand the habitat of a lobster. Sorbati Vegas. You're as confused as a lobster's motion in its particular habitat. For those of you, Raleigh Roberts, who are not aware of how certain marine life operates, how certain aquarium species operate, I will explain the lobster to you this morning. Joan Brown. The lobster can survive in two habitats, longer in one though. The lobster can survive on dry land. Likewise, Elijah B. The lobster is, his natural habitat is the water. When the lobster is in its natural habitat, it swims forward. But when the lobster is in a more unnatural habitat, hey, didn't even remember the dead one. We'll come to the dead one shortly. When the lobster is in a more unnatural habitat, then the lobster walks. But that lobster doesn't walk forward. The lobster then walks backwards. So what you all need to understand is the different habitat of the Samoa lobster vega. You have to understand his habitat, Jacqueline Murray, to know where it is really going. So its habitat really matters. Remember, if him in a water, him a go swim forward. Let's look at when he in a water now. June 26. Remember when COVID and Vegas start lash out pan Andrew Holness and Vegas start digging at Andrew Holness and them chunks out of Andrew Holness. Nesta call him. We don't know when the position Nesta put him in, and Nesta put him on dry land. Hey. When Vegas reached pan dry land, go back and do your research. Got everything out there on social media. This all happened in COVID. It start charge after Andrew Holness. Or Andrew Holness I go after the sound man, them and the youth them and the poor people that make them money. Yes, that one. He was in the sea swimming forward then. The minute Nesta take him out and put him on dry land, it's that same lobster that was telling the Prime Minister, call me, so make me tell you, the sound man them wanna feel lock off and the entertainer them wanna feel cut down. Go back out there, go listen to it. It did it. So you have to understand the habitat of the lobster to know the direction where it go. But we now go spend much time on the lobster. My argument to you this morning is focus on the agenda given to you by the Prime Minister and the Minister of Misinformation to promote homosexuality in Jamaica, Vegas. That is the contract you've signed with the Jamaica Labour Party. The closet door, Vegas, is wide open. Rather than sit down in there with the open eyes and we are here and see you, step out there, walk boldly, freely, and do your own thing. Nobody not trouble closet people anymore. You can open the door, you don't have to sit down in there with the open eyes. Step out. We know that you're in the closet. We know your voice. We hear the noise. The door open. We can see your face. Step out. You don't have to sit down in the closet with the noise. Nobody now trouble you. Step out. Come out and walk up and down. Be free. And I guarantee you when you do that, you might start communicate and think like a human rather than the lobster mentality that you're in. Whoever direct you is that direction you move into. There's another white Labour politician where we appear, what we never remember about, thank you, Lilith Lockerbie. We no only appear Mike Henry, Veronica Gale. We no only appear Mike Henry, you know. We appear the chauffeur, the carry on Mike Henry wife, and we appear for the upkeep of the young boy where Miss Henry they would come here. Miss Henry them are must about the same age group. Me and Miss Henry, 88 Mike Henry with up on bed we can't move, and it's still the MP, oh Jesus, for Central Clarendon. And is on an MP salary. Though unable to work in his constituency, though unable to carry out any of his parliamentary duties, not even to vote in parliament, he is still white Mike Henry. What JLP Mike Henry in his young political days, who shot a man right down in the street, and just like how Patrick Bailey did shot and stab up the man in them house and nobody looked left or right. It was the same thing when Mike Henry took out his gun and shot a young man dead in the street. Jamaica Labour Party Mike Henry, that we're still paying as an MP in our country. These are the people who are talking about Mark Golden's color. Don't get it twisted, Mark Golden. This has nothing to do with your nationality, where you were born, what passport you hold, or what is on your birth certificate. It is all purely to do with your color. But one thing I'm sure, Mark Golden, we will not let this slide, because I have been a person who have always been standing and fighting against racism. Not in my backyard. Not in my backyard. Bruce Golden said not in my cabinet, and we're saying not in our country. Jamaica Labour Party, dunce. Not in our country. We will not allow this racism to slide in our country. Keep it to the politics. Deal with the good governance issue that Mark Golden is talking about. Deal with the good governance issue we are rubbing on the wrong side, Kemar Johnson. And them thing that we want enough to deal with, rather than a come, me find the same thing when me dey attack. Thethia. Andrew Holness has charged that the intense scale of misinformation been disseminated online and in media is a threat to democracy. When I think if I answer Andrew Holness, I say if I think say, if I answer Andrew Holness this morning. When I think it worth answering Andrew Holness, that misinformation is a threat to democracy. All of what I have just explained to you with regards to the Mark Golden scenario, Jason Kane, is this not all misinformation from the Jamaica Labour Party? Isn't all this that I've just gone through with the whole Mark Golden issue, isn't all this misinformation? Does the Prime Minister have any credibility to talk about misinformation? Who is your father, Prime Minister? Teaching you my construction skills. Good morning. Who is your father, Prime Minister? Mark Golden is the son of a doctor. Is there any truth to the argument, Prime Minister Pamela Okola? Good morning. Is there any truth to the argument that how your mother met Inspector Bromwell, Eagle-Eye, George Eagle-Eye, how you doing? Is there any truth to the argument that how your mother met Inspector Bromwell? It was because your mother was an exotic Wayne Jones, go-go dancer, we would call it. At the Hotline is still an up and running club, and it's a very ancient go-go club in Brompton, St. Elizabeth. Is there any truth to the argument, Andrew Holness, that was how your mother met Inspector Bromwell, who is the daddy? Since I don't want to know Mark Golden ban, we want to know who is your daddy, because you are the one who's taking decisions for the country. And we want to know if you're a jacket or not. Can you do a DNA, Andrew Holness? Can Andrew Holness do a DNA to prove to Jamaica who is his father? And can Andrew Holness categorically state to the nation that my mother wasn't a go-go dancer? Because we know Mark Golden's father is a doctor, and we know Mark Golden's mother is an outstanding civil servant. Was it not? Who is Andrew Holness' father? who is the daddy? That would be more important to us on the wholeness. And for those of you who have just arrived, let me put to bed. Even if Mount Golden has a British citizenship, even if Mount Golden was born in Britain, this does not prevent Mount Golden from taking part in our political process, because it is not prohibited by the Jamaican Constitution, because a Commonwealth, dual Commonwealth citizen can actively participate in Jamaican politics. So put that to bed. Nothing that you hear they're chanting about out there is to do with Mount Golden nationality, where he was born or what passport he holds. It's purely to do with his color. And we must denounce that. We must not tolerate the racism that brought us to our knees. We must not tolerate a reinsurgent of that on our island. We should do everything to stamp out racism. Racism leads to barbarity. Racism, the greatest recipe in racism is hatred. And we must stamp out that barbarity of our island. Under those circumstances, that must go unchallenged. It is not going to happen. Not while we are here in media land, Prime Minister. So on a note, I'm Sunday morning galangin. So me not come out here to stay long. But let me say this to the anti-wholeness regime. This is no way over yet. This is no way over, because we are going to make sure in social media land that this racist argument doesn't wash. It doesn't prevail over our country. It's not gonna be rammed through the head of our younger generation. It will not happen, and we will not tolerate it. Like the life before you go away, you know? Let me see how much I like it. Start. No man, let me get in a history there now. 228 on the globe producer weighing. And I'm go 87 on like the live. It's not tan bad. After me take out of my Sunday morning, become rub out and explain and demystify Labour Party narrative. When I sit down and people like the live, boy, not tan bad. You know, bad. I was sing one song for now. Everybody in my community and of my school generation would remember this song. It's a song that we have for our sports day, because you know, across Jamaica, for sport day, we have different teams, different sporting teams, and we have our different songs, dub plate, or whatever you want to call them. With sporting day. And one of the famous songs at our school was "Your favor iron donkey, your favor iron donkey in a shot. Cause when we see the Labour girl, them mama girl in a shot, we have to see. Go take it off, you don't look good." Good morning from Global Television. Thank you for being here with us on a Sunday morning. Join us back later on this evening when we look for somebody to tie to a horse and drag them through whatever wet mud we can find. But one thing the Jamaica Labour Party will not do round here is get away with them criminality, them lying, them thieving, or them racism. But let me even run back to come and never finish fully explain that part here. Diane Abbott. And I'll go without explaining it. Diane Abbott, the first black MP in Britain, distant friend, came under attack by racist Frank Hester Frank Hester, who said his hatred of Diane Abbott makes him want to kill all black women, and he would wish to have Diane Abbott shot. Makes him hate all black women, and he would want to have Diane Abbott shot. It was this racist Jamaica Labour Party who gave a $5 million contract to that racist, white racist English Frank Hester to electronize your medical records. It was also that same Jamaica Labour Party that allowed Frank Hester's PR team to use Jamaica and the Labour Party, correct, Kenneth Sterling, to use Jamaica and the Jamaica Labour Party to say that Frank Hester cannot be that racist because Frank Hester is doing business with Jamaica. The Jamaica Labour Party, Chris Tufton, allow them to do that. But they are still telling us that because Mark Golden is white, Mark Golden cannot run our country. What about the two white brothers, the Britnells? Aren't they white too? Isn't Adam, who is an advisor to the government, white too? But Stewart, maybe never white. So this level of race, I wonder if the white private sector, because what you all need to understand, many of the private sector organization of Jamaica, many of the members of the private sector organization of Jamaica, how will your husband do forget cheer for the Cannabis Licensing Authority to let Cockburn Finn? Never mind. We don't see the confusion though, don't. Be sure that as dunce as we be, we see the confusion. When the problem is, there's no space to fool us anymore. And that's the biggest problem I have, you know. Not about 100 and I like the life. Oh yes, 132, you know, look, we just there to start quiet. But you know, could have 200 and could have like it down hard on a day. 248 on a day. You could have still take the likes up to 200. We could have still take the likes up to 200 because holy pound there. But that's how not stay with enough finger, you know. All when me not fit out here, it still run come out here. But we don't feel say my finger deserves it. You know what I mean? Anyway, thank you all for being here on a Sunday morning. Join us back later when we will pick up, and as I say, who do we tie a horse to? Good morning and good afternoon from Global Television.
You say you the money, Mr. Mustaman, this not you. Say the catch you, but they got enough.
fi teach you. Alright then. No trouble, take your ladder, God, business, shut it, I go fit you. Hey, bro, God, no trouble, take your ladder, God, business, shut it, I go fit you. Alright then, Jamaica love how my golden is working. Is working. Step out in the street, morning and evening. I say a little of this and a little of that. Listen him voice to the streets of backs. Enough labor right, them don't love that. A full speed ahead and him not cut that. Temper, Lord God, labor right in a temper. Alright then, fever, Lord God, bro, God catch fever. Oh, we, I'm but about the black tank and get suspension. Can't believe I remove on behalf of the station. This is frustration. Brother come and say buy him tongue. Come and show receipt in a hand. Him say him buy 10 tongue, but when we look for receipt never stamp. No trouble, take your ladder, God, but they shut it, I go fit you. Alright then. No trouble, take your ladder, God, but they shut it, I go fit you. Whoa, we. The people them say, bro, God, lock off the water. The water. And I talk about water short in our area. In our area. Well, this is Jamaica with the land of food and water. The water. Tell we all water for short in a Jamaica. In a Jamaica. Them two lion thief and we catch them at weed. Lock